Hey again, it's Christina from Sunshine and Flora. So today I am starting to prep for next spring. And while that may seem really early, I'm actually a little bit behind on this project. Today I'm starting my campanula from seed. These are going to get planted out in the hoop house this fall, and then these are going to be harvested next spring for blooms. And I probably should have started them a week or two ago, but they take about 8 to 10 weeks till they're ready to plant out. I typically don't plant these till the first week in November, and so I have a solid 8 weeks, and so I should be just fine. So in this video, I want to share with you how I start these from seed and the varieties I'm starting, but then I want to take you out to the hoop house and walk you around and show you what that currently looks like, and then show you where these are going to go, and maybe kind of talk about what my plans are for that for next spring, because I'm already thinking about it. So in addition to the campanula that I'm starting from seed, I actually placed an order already for a tray of campanula from Farmer Bailey, and I ordered the white variety, and all of these are the Champion 2 campanula. I ordered one tray because I just wanted to make sure that I was guaranteed a full, healthy tray of seedlings to plant out, because sometimes with seed starting, you never know, especially when I get really busy. So I have an entire tray of the white coming, but I am starting all 4 other colors. That's why I have 4 seed trays here. I'm starting all 4 other colors because I want to be able to have all the colors next year. This year I grew the deep blue and I loved it. Last year I grew the white, but next year I want it all. So the 4 colors that I'm starting are the deep blue, which again is what I grew this year. They are absolutely beautiful. Now the white gets taller for me. They got, oh gosh, over 5 feet tall. The deep blue probably got 3 to 4 feet tall. I mean, obviously both of those heights are usable, but the white was just crazy. So I have the deep blue, I have the lilac, I have pink, and I have the rose. The deep blue and the white are the only ones that I have grown. So the lilac, rose, and pink are going to be new to me this year, and I'm really excited to have all the colors. So let's go ahead and get these started. And my phone keeps beeping, so let me see if I need to answer this. Nope, we will just wait a little bit. The seeds that I got come from Geo Seed. I love this company. I order a majority of my seeds through them. And these are pelleted seeds. And so while they can last from year to year, it is recommended that you use pelleted seeds in the growing season that you order them. So I am going to be using all of these seeds today. There are 100 seeds in here. These cell trays are for 72 seeds, and so some of the cells are going to get 2 seeds. That's not a big deal. Now, with the campanula seeds, you want to surface sow them because they need light to germinate. So my seed trays have the seed starting mix, and it is already pre-moistened. That's very important. You always want to pre-moisten your seed starting mix. And this is going to go really quick. Basically, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pellet on top of the soil in each of the cells. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to add another one to the cells because I want to use all 100 seeds. I'm going to mist them in. It's recommended to use vermiculite. So I have my vermiculite here. I'll show you how I do that. And then these are going to go under my grow lights covered with a humidity dome and grow on that way until I'm ready to plant them out in the hoop house. I didn't have any of my markers. They're probably over in the other building, like the little tags. So I just took a piece of tape and wrote the variety and taped it on the front of the tray. So let me zoom in and I will show you what it looks like when we just put the pellets on top of the seed starting mix. All right, so here's my tray. I hope this is really nice and in focus for you. Pelleted seeds come in a little vial like this. They're usually white or yellow. These happen to be yellow. And I have them dumped into my hand, and I'm just going to put 1, oops, that was 2, oops, that was 3. Oh gosh, I'm having a bad start. I'm just going to put 1 in the center of each of the cells. Sometimes they roll off to the side, that's fine. And pelleted seeds are so easy to see. And I also love varieties that are surface sown because it goes so quick. It's like the fastest seed starting ever. Okay, all my seeds are in their cells. So the next thing I need to do is I need to take my mister and I'm just gonna go over all the trays and mist them in. This is gonna start breaking down that pelleted seed coating on the seeds. In fact, I can see the yellow kind of fading and it breaking down already. So I like to do this before I put the vermiculite in, just because then I know I hit the seed. And even though this is pre-moistened, putting a little extra water on top really helps. You don't ever want to let your seed starting mix dry out when these are germinating, because then if it dries out when they're germinating, they can die off pretty easily. All right, then my vermiculite. This is just going to help maintain moisture in the germination. So I just put a really light layer on. I'm going to try not to make a mess on my floor. Light will go through the vermiculite, so even if it's on top of the seed, oh my gosh, I see cats outside my window. I'm going to have to chase them off. Sorry, that was random. They just happened to catch my eye. I do not want cats living in my garden. Even if the seed is underneath the vermiculite, light will travel through it, and so it will still allow it to germinate. Hi! Louisa is here helping me today after school. Okay, so I'm going to finish putting vermiculite on the trays. I'm going to mist everything in again, and then we are going to head out to the hoop house, and I'm going to show you what is going on in there right now and where all of these seedlings are going in the fall to be harvested in the spring. Okay, we are in the hoop house, and here is what it currently looks like. Hi! Louisa is here with me. Hey, Mom. So this weekend, my husband and I worked in here a lot to completely clear out all the weeds, well, most of the weeds from this area. So in the back, which this is the side the campanula was planted last year. In the back here, I have some eucalyptus, which I don't know how fast eucalyptus grows. But these were pretty shrouded with weeds, and so I'm actually hoping they'll put on some growth, and I'm hoping to winter over them. Winter over them? Did that sound right? I hope they winter over. That sounds better. So we'll see what happens there. Then I've got some celosia that I probably need to harvest, and I'm hoping this branches a little bit. I'm hoping I get some good usable blooms for my market, but it's pretty sad this year. I'm probably going to have to source some from one of my flower friends. And then over here by Louisa, these are all of my snapdragons, which massively need deadheaded. I have a much better patch outside that I've been harvesting from, but these were actually fall planted last year, a lot of them. So they've kind of had their time. And then in the very corner here, this is fall planted dianthus. I don't know if I'll get any more out of here. If I do, it needs to be deadheaded first, but I'm just kind of leaving it. And actually it's going to seed, so maybe it'll self-seed itself. I don't know. We'll see. But the best looking area in the hoop house is the middle. And these are sunflowers. And I know you're probably thinking, sunflowers in the hoop house? Mama, yes. Show everyone how tall the sunflowers are. Yeah, they're getting close.
And some of these plants are dead, but a lot of them are keeping good. And just so you know me, my name's Louisa, and I helped in the greenhouse on this weekend.
All right, so as you can see how Louisa said, these are getting close to blooming. I hope they stall out. We're getting some cooler temperatures, and I hope they stall out so that all of these time out for my market in a couple weeks, because they're looking so good.
Mommy.
Here's a view from this end, and they are just so healthy. It's so pretty in here right now. And then if we swing around, right where Louisa was standing, or is standing, that was all self-seeded sunflowers, and we cleared that out. And then over on this side, this was all snapdragons and lisianthus that I had already harvested. They weren't looking good, and I thought we'd just get a head start and go ahead and clear everything out. So this is probably where the plugs of my campanula will get planted, on this side and the other side. And then down here, I do have an area of feverfew that I'll probably let winter over again. And then I planted some vegetables in this corner. I don't know that I would do that again. They're doing really good, and the pepper plants are really tall, but I think I really just need this area for flowers. All right, so that's what the hoop house is looking like right now. So this fall, I'll be planting the campanula out there. In addition to the campanula from Farmer Bailey, I also ordered a variety of dianthus and a variety of snapdragons. So that's what's going to get planted out in the hoop house this fall. In the spring, I will be planting the ranunculus again. I'll be planting lisianthus, and we'll see what else I have room for. I think I'm going to go heavy on the lisianthus, but I will be sharing my 2026 garden plan this fall. Any seed ordering that I'm doing. I have peonies coming that I need to plant, and then those will be for spring. So a lot to look forward to. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. I've got to go find my humidity domes for these seed trays and get these under my grow lights. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you soon.